Welcome back to the channel, Trader Jan speaking. This video is about the review of the trading day from the trading day of 15th of April 2026. Today we have the 16th of April 2026. As you can see, the market is already moving. Is at the end of the European session. This one is the Asia session here, and we brought new highs, and this one is the European session here. We have 7 o'clock in the morning Chicago time, and currently the market is fighting with the VWAP. I made a couple of trades already today, ended up in 150 ticks plus so far, but this review is about the trades which I did yesterday and not today. So there are two things. First, we're going to review the locations which I defined yesterday. If they worked out at all, did they bring any added value? So we had the assessment yesterday was done about 7 o'clock in the morning. So these locations here were not a surprise that they were correct. This one here I left yesterday because it was the high from the previous day. Now I can take it out. So then the market went on. It made another jump yesterday of 1500 ticks. And we had this one here as the high from before. That was the all-time high. And here we that location, that's what I just introduced today during my trading. That was not yesterday. So here that location made somehow sense. This one a little bit off, could have been a little bit higher, that a little bit lower. That made sense. And then we ended the day here. Now let me just make a little check, because here the market ended here and we had this one here, which could have been a location. But let me check from where that location came from and if I could have defined it better. Now here, this one was the high of the day. I would leave that one. This one here is an interesting thing. Might have caught that one here because the market reacted here. It was a resistance. Then here was support for quite a bit for 4 hours, and then it went down, and then it was resistance again. Then the market went further down. So I might have better added that location here. This one here, yeah, it's interesting. I had that one, but none above. Let me just look further in the past where that one would have matched. Here, okay. So in this area here, that would have matched quite well. Yep, okay. So the market is running a little bit. Let me shortly jump. The market got a little bit nervous here on that area, which is a lower value area. So let me just shortly jump back to that. Just curious what the market is doing. Okay, typical reaction on the VWAP retracel, and now we are at 7 o'clock in the morning. Market might well go back up. There's a high volume node here. Was building a higher high here.
Order filled.
Let me go into that trade here and try to let it run again until the
Order cancelled.
VWAP. A strange risk and reward ratio of 0.5, but that's the best guess I can take so far. And here underneath that
Order
area
cancelled.
here with now 66 ticks loss stop loss and 55 ticks take profit. So let's review the trades of yesterday. There's the trade statistics here. I ended up the trade yesterday with 122 ticks in the plus, and I had 11 trades building up slowly until I hit my 100 tick stop loss, and then another recovered relatively fast mentally, and then I took some smaller trades, but they were very nervous. I was very nervous about those. So let's go back into the chart. In the meanwhile, I closed my trade. I saw there was like not much moving on here. So it might well be that this area here gets a rejection area. What I often do here to validate if it's a valid trend, I take the 50% Fibonacci, and if the market can't get across that one, it might well be a retracel. So that one was just 8 ticks in the plus, but that's not the purpose of this video here. The purpose is to review the trades. We often get distracted by what actually happens on the market. Now, here are the trades I started trading in the morning. I traded here, rejection, traded long, but I stepped out very early. And I started trading before that location here, which I actually shouldn't do. I should do what I did with the next trade after the market got rebounds, got rejected from that location again. Then I stepped in and carried that one until an 18 ticks plus. The market went against me, and I thought, oh, better go out. Then here, similar scenario, market bounced off the deviation from the VWAP, and then I stepped in a little bit late, but I wanted to wait until that one is over. So here, stepped in, and as well here, certain ticks, I stepped out again. And here, one of those trades, somewhat, which I was very late again. And here, but here as well, I wanted to wait up till the wicks were over. Eventually they were. Market went very fast then, and then I stepped in. I stepped out too early, got a little nervous. Yeah, but it's okay lah. Here, that's something I should trade more often. Actually, the rebounds out of this high volume areas here, and then going there. And then a couple of trades a bit later were long again. This one I was not. Yeah, I, it was okay to get into this trade here, the loser trade, the minus 100 tick trade at 10:02. But here I should have realized that the market is not in my favor. So I should have gone out of this trade right here and with about 60 ticks in the minus, but instead I took 100 ticks hit, and I saw it dragging down and dragging down. So I think at some point I really even hoped, okay, let's take those stop losses here and then move back, which even it did eventually, but I was out of the trade already. I recovered mentally quite fast from that one. I saw the rebounds here and went in and had another 141 ticks. Trade and the profit here, little loser 5 ticks long. I had all long trades on that day, and then a long which went against me, and then I took it out with 2 ticks, and here that was a little bit of a pity. I saw that rebounds here, and that's quite a big one for 51 ticks with 200 delta. Those charts are 200 delta charts. I should have, taken that one as a little rebound, and then the market went much more up. So overall, 122 ticks in the plus on 11 trades on the 15th of April in 2026. And next one I'm gonna check out is the market preparation for the current trading day on the 16th of April. Let's see how that's gonna work out. It's 7:15 at the moment. So going to be prepared for 8:30 for the market opening. Currently, market is ranging here, building up some volume, got rejected over there at the VWAP, and above there's a lot of volume. So it got rejected for a reason. That's for this video, and see you back on the trading floor.